If it were 2010, you'll be thinking about purchasing a CD or visiting your favorite artist's Facebook page to check if they'd uploaded anything different from their MySpace profile. Things have changed, and it was really fast since then. So here we're listening to some of the finest songs from 2010 to 2019. And there's no better way to celebrate the last decade than to reflect on all that came out in the music industry during those years. Hey folks, welcome back! And you're watching Ocean Matrix. What are you guys waiting for? Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to tap the bell icon to stay jamming to the latest and biggest hits. Let's don't wait much and get straight into it. Number 10. Kendrick Lamar's Swimming Pools. This breakout tune originally drew Kendrick Lamar to widespread recognition, which gave the Compton rapper his biggest US success to date and marked his first entry on the UK charts. It was also a great illustration of one of the qualities that made Lamar the decade's most captivating rap lyricist. Yes, his ability to accept and resist musical traditions at the same time. On first listen, you could easily mistake this for a woozy, seductive drinking song, designed to soundtrack 1,000 nights out and wild parties. But if you paid close attention, it soon became obvious that Lamar was clearly mocking exactly that kind of void and warning of the disastrous siren call of alcoholism. Having enough whiskey to fill a swimming pool may have sounded glamorous or magnificent in the hands of another artist. Here, the truth was presented in tragic, gloomy tones as he recalled family members who drowned in the wine they poured themselves. That's not all. Lamar had remarked that the song is about growing up with the option of being a casual drinker or drunk. On Swimming Pools, he ignored peer pressure to prove he was a one-of-a-kind artist. Let's get to the next one. Number 9. Mia's Bad Girls. If Live Fast or Die Young or Bad Girls Do It Well wasn't one of the decade's best songs, it was only topped by the line that followed, "My chain hits my chest when I'm banging the dashboard."
Chain hits my chest when I'm banging on the dashboard.
Bad Girls was Mia at her ferocious, violent finest as we entered a new decade. This was an artist who was not going to follow the rules. She was going to sweep her way through the pan-global hip-hop single with driving cars really fast. She was going to cooperate with WikiLeaks' extremely controversial Julian Assange, and she was going to flip off millions during Madonna's halftime Super Bowl extravaganza. Though previous tunes such as Born Free had shown MIA being aggressively political, Bad Girls was all about having fun while looking like a boss. Number 8. Frank Ocean's Pyramids. If there was a song that represented Frank Ocean's creative artistry, it would be Pyramids, the second single off his first studio album Channel Orange, which also happens to be one of the decade's greatest songs. The music is an experience in and of itself. Its breadth spans generations, centuries, and millennia. It takes us back to ancient Egypt before flashing forward to image Cleopatra as a modern-day woman of the night in 6-inch heels. Frank's silky croon drapes sweetly over the listener the entire time. The 10-minute track, which is reminiscent of Prince's Purple Rain, manages to navigate its way between genres with several interwoven metaphors and excellent wordplay. In short, this was one of the masterpieces at that moment. Do you want a song for carving shapes on the dance floor as well as one for smooching? Frank got you covered. Number 7. Daft Punk's Get Lucky. Get Lucky was the perfect summer anthem. The song transcended hot clubs where it was performed and became completely timeless. The sleek track developed to become a cultural icon with every hook, propelled by a rhythmic beat and bass melody. Whether you love it or despise it, there's no doubting Get Lucky struck a fine balance between sounding uniquely fresh and curiously familiar at the same time, and established a kind of permanent repeat loop, put in our playlists and radio lineups forevermore. The Robots were well aware that they have crafted the summer music that would not go away. Number 6. Kanye West's Power. Kanye rapped on the outstanding single from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, an incredible work of art. It's a crucial line describing everything about Kanye West and the fitting title of the album, which sounds like the most wonderful school assignment you've ever met. Kanye was a national embarrassment at that time, having wrecked Taylor Swift's VMA acceptance speech in 2009.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Even the then president referred to him as a jackass, which Kanye recognized in the song Power.
They say I was the abomination of Obama Station, but that's a pretty bad way to start the conversation.
Yet this Unchained track saw him puff out his chest, take the flak, and vow to honor the childlike naivety that supercharges his creativity. It also makes him act like, well, a jackass.
Scream from that
He mocked.
Got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero needs theme music.
His vulnerability is compelling, but Kanye's self-belief is contagious. Number 5. Arctic Monkeys, Do I Wanna Know? Lyrically, the song depicted Turner's yearning for a previous sweetheart while putting his sights on wooing her once more. Falsetto backing vocals from Matt Helders and Nick O'Malley gave a lovely counterpart to Turner's voice, while Jamie Cook's riffs wove around him like a leopard on a prowl. The final song was like an Aston Martin monster truck, combined with a raw lurch of desert rock with a grandiose theatrically of a Bond theme. It quickly became a fan favorite, and the Monkees utilized it as their opening song throughout the AM tour, and it has just returned to its proper place as the first salvo in the band's explosive live act. Number 4. The 1975's Love It If We Made It. This wasn't a protest song, but a bombastic, absurdist polemic that captures our day. As if shouting Jenny Halser's truisms, Maddie Healy yells out snatches of world news from atop a pent-top mechanical disco. Police brutality, institutional racism, the spread of fake news, Donald Trump's intolerance, and drug-fueled sensuality compete for attention with snippets of meme speak and Healy's opinion on a probable cause of global warming. This was a bombardment of modern life, neither gloomy nor idealistic. Number 3. Lana Del Rey's Video Games. Lana Del Rey's debut hit, while we didn't realize it at that time, was a premonition of her future career. She refused to succumb to current trends in video games and what followed. Instead of creating a realm around herself, complete with classic American fonts, sleazebag guys, and passionate ladies falling in and out of love in a vintage Hollywood dreamland. Aside from its cultural importance, video games were an assured first step, one that many artists farther along with their careers would have died to compose. It was a classic introduction to an artist who would go on to have become one of the decade's defining talents, and it hinted at very remarkable things to come. Coming to the second last one, number 2, Lorde's Green Light. It's been years since Lorde, a New Zealand singer-songwriter, first graced us with the pop earworm Green Light, but there's little doubt that the smash song is still making an impact today. Since its release in 2017, the popular tune from the singer's first album, Melodrama, has amassed a slew of accolades, including a spot on the Billboard Top 100 and platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, or RIAA. Finally, number 1. Robin's Dancing on My Own. Dancing on My Own is one of those songs that resides in this strobe-lit realm, but this time it turns away from the high and addresses the low. It's about someone who is lost and self-destructive in the midst of the positivism. This is a heartbreaking representation of loneliness. After all, it doesn't get much more painful than lingering in the corner of a club as your ex kisses someone else. This one is a wonderful depiction of sadness and self-sabotage, yet the thundering rhythms and percussion clacks pull it all out of the darkness. There's also a short glimmer of optimism. Okay, we have gone through the 10 best songs of the last decade. Well, we are sure that there were many more best songs out there, which you might have held on tight. Well, in today's episode, we have to wind up with these 10. We will be back with more songs of this age. Until then, stay tuned to our updates. That's all we have for today. If you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel, enable post notifications while you're at it so you don't miss any of our future uploads. That's all we have for now. We hope you enjoyed watching the video. We'll meet up again at the next one.